Just a moment.
Oh, I thought you were the pizza. How did you... Why are you here? And more importantly, what part of we only meet at a neutral location did you seem to not understand? Have you bumped your head? Then explain to me why you've gone and disregarded everything I cautioned you about weeks ago. No, I don't think I will be inviting you inside. That sound you seem to be ignoring, the voices and laughter, the music, that is what I am doing tonight. I am not sitting down to be poked and prodded with whatever curiosities you now have. I gave you what I had to give in that first meeting, and I told you when I was ready, I would give you more. If you know, then why are you acting as though none of my wishes matter to you? Shit. Get inside. Now. Follow me and try to do your best not to look like such a journalist. My God. What did I just say about not poking around? These? They're just photos from several of my lives. People who were of importance to me while I was allowed to be in their lives. This one? Must we do this? That is my sister, Anawa. It is a rendering of her I commissioned by a trusted friend and artist. Before you go off on a tangent, I will simply tell you what I'm willing to. This is what she looked like in 1839. Last time I saw her alive. She and the majority of my family, and in the end my tribe, were killed by a rampant infection of smallpox. I was left to live with my mother, who was not of our tribe. Spent the remainder of my life with her and lived into my early 20s. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get somewhere more private so we can manage whatever this obvious crisis is you seem to be experiencing.
Calliope, where are you?
Where are you going? I have an unexpected meeting, but I'm sure Davis can look after you while I'm occupied, love. Oh, no, you don't. Take a seat. Well, what was so important that it didn't even warrant a phone call or a simple text? Of course I know how to text. You do realize I'm immortal, not elderly, right? I am reborn over and over. I'm a phoenix, not a vampire, and you would do well to remember that. I am offended. You force your way into my home, interrupt one of my few times in years I have managed to get these people who I care deeply about together after so long alone. And here you are, digging at me for more stories, as though they are not pieces of me, pieces of my soul that you want to use for what purpose? What is your end game in all of this? What is the goal? Because you do not seem to me someone who does things without reason. Then tell me why you're here. You cannot be serious. We're not doing an interview tonight. At this rate, we aren't doing any other interviews ever. These are my writings. My letters. How the fuck did you get these? Who gave you these letters? No, it's good that you came directly to me with these. Did she give you a name? No, I know exactly who she is. But I'm wondering what she told you. Mara and I have a very long history, yes. We met in the late 1400s while working for a dignitary during my time in England. No, stop yourself right there. We're not going to play Guess the Dignitary. What matters is that she and I have been entangled in many lifetimes. She may want nothing from you, or she may see an opportunity to use you in order to get back into my life. Fine. Did you bring your little tape recorder with you? Thank God. Oh, nothing. I suppose you'll be taking notes the old-fashioned way, then. It was 1473 when I first met Mara. She was intelligent, forceful, probably the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. She was my superior in my time working in the castle for Queen Elizabeth. Mara worked directly under the Queen, while I was assigned to be a liaison between Mara and another dignitary I will not be naming. A few months into working, I was called to Mara's chambers in the middle of the night to run a letter to said dignitary on her behalf. What I didn't realize until I was well into my ride was the letter that was the most urgent was actually for me. What I had not realized was that Mara was after more than I could provide her. I loved her, yes, but I was not willing to commit any sort of crime in order to solidify that love. What Mara longs for more than anything is power and control. She had confided in me that she had been behind a campaign that saw the removal of the woman whose job she took, that she was in talks with someone from Spain who would give her the power she was after if she could find a neutral party to operate as a spy. And unfortunately for me, I was the one she chose. She did love me, and I her, as I've said. We were lovers for months before I realized what she was actually after. I was merely a perk of her end goal. And so without hesitation, I informed the dignitary upon my arrival, handed over this particular letter, and was forced to witness her execution before I was handed down my own. Only Mara didn't die. She was immortal already, thus her willingness to be so reckless with both of our lives. What she had not counted on was me being a phoenix. I swore never to let someone use me again, and to keep my heart closed off for as long as possible. I made it through many lifetimes before the loneliness grew to be too much. I began by letting myself form meaningful friendships in the 1700s. Davis and Olivia, the two you met on our way into my study, were said friends. I grew closer to them more than anyone else in this life or any other. They were my friends, my lovers, my confidants. They were my family. It was Olivia who helped guide me through my grief after you were killed in Normandy. We were allowed to grow old together in Paris. That may have been my favorite life thus far. It was simple, but so beautiful. Wish we could have shared that time together. That you could have known me for longer when I was softer. Sadly, I fear that we are not fated to know one another for much longer in this life either, if Mara is so keen to use you as her pawn. I will tell you, but then I suggest you take yourself home, or better yet, somewhere where you cannot be found. Because Mara does not choose her pawns lightly. If she was willing to see me executed and claim to love me, what do you think she's willing to do to you? Mara is a fallen one, a once bright and gentle spirit who began her existence as an angel. Mara chose to come to Earth to learn more about humans. Only she was lost here for too long and lost sight of her true self, of her higher self. And now I fear she will do anything to realign herself with the original source of power in this life and for every life hereafter. And I think you may be a key part in her regaining her wings.